Hi guys, welcome to another video clip of MrLopezClasses.com. This video clip is for our course of Marine Corrosion. In this particular video, I am going to explain the procedure to select the sacrificial anodes according with the type of hull, the material of the hull, and according with the type of water, fresh water, salt water, brackish water. According with the water, according with the material of the hull, we are going to select the appropriate sacrificial anodes. Yes, my friends, the summary of this great course is in this wonderful poster. We have this is another poster. You remember? We have poster for the analysis of the coolant. We have a poster for the oil sample analysis. We have another wonderful poster related with the codes, the OBD2 codes, the codes. And we have a new poster related with the selection of the sacrificial anodes. Yes, there are three types of anodes in aluminum, in zinc, in magnesium, and depending of the water, depending of the material of the hull, there are different types of sacrificial anodes. Okay, we are going to start with the analysis. My friend, remember, you found those posters in my webpage, www.mrlopezclasses.com. You select on top posters and you go and you select the poster that you wanted. There are other wonderful posters with pictures related for air condition, for fuel injection systems, a lot of pictures, a lot of posters. You can buy those posters in my webpage or in my Facebook page also. We are going to start with the analysis of the sacrificial anodes. It's clear that we have three types of alloys: zinc alloys, aluminum alloys, and magnesium alloys. It's alloys, no pure metal. Those sacrificial anodes fabricated in aluminum alloys, zinc alloys, and magnesium alloys are recommended depending of the water and depending of the type of hull and other factors. We are going to start with zinc. Zinc is the first one. The first one is zinc. Zinc, this is the formula for the military formula for zinc is mil A 1801K. This is the military name for that wonderful alloy. It's a zinc alloy. Okay, with the what voltage produce that alloy, that zinc alloy? The potential electrical of this alloy is minus 1.05 volts. Remember that we try to find excellent alloys with lower electronegativity, with lower level of energy, because we need a sacrificial anode. The sacrificial anode is less noble, less energy in comparison with the metal that we want to protect. Okay, in this particular case, the zinc alloys generate minus 1.05 volts. It's a low voltage. This is good. This is good. It's a good sacrificial anode. Okay, this is zinc. And now what happened with zinc in salt water? Zinc alloys are recommended in salt water environments. They are highly recommended in salt water environments. What happened with zinc in fresh water? Zinc alloys, they offer poor protection in fresh water. Yeah, in fresh water, it's not the best. The protection is a poor protection. And what about in brackish water? The zinc alloys offer a acceptable, is a fair protection in brackish water. In other words, the zinc alloys work in salt water and brackish water. In fresh water, no, it's not recommended. Okay, we are going to check what happened with the zinc with inboard holes. What happened with the zinc alloys, the sacrificial anodes in zinc for inboard holes. There are 4 types of inboard holes: aluminum holes, fiberglass holes, steel hole, and wood hole. We are going to start with the aluminum hole. What happened with the zinc sacrificial anodes in zinc alloys if I have an aluminum hole? If I have an aluminum hole, the zinc anodes are recommended in salt water with aluminum hole. In salt water, perfect. The anodes of zinc. The anodes of zinc are not recommended in fresh water with aluminum hole. And the anodes of zinc are recommended in brackish water with aluminum hole. Brackish water and salt water, recommended. In fresh water, no. Alright? This is zinc anodes with aluminum hole. Okay, what happened with the fiberglass hull? In fiberglass hull, the zinc anodes are recommended in salt water. In fiberglass hull. The zinc anodes are recommended for fiberglass hulls for brackish water. In both of them are recommended. In fresh water, no. In salt water and brackish water, yes, they are recommended. Sacrificial anodes in zinc alloys for fiberglass hulls. Okay, we are going to check wood hulls. In wood hulls, the zinc anodes are recommended for salt water. Yeah. And also are recommended for brackish water. And I forget in the previous, the fastener recommended in wood is silicon bronze fasteners. Important. We refresh quickly in the previous one. In aluminum hulls, in a fiberglass hull, the fastener recommended is silicon bronze. Okay, that's important. Okay, my friends, this is in aluminum hulls. And now in wood. In wood, zinc anodes are recommended in salt water with holes in wood, and also in brackish water. And the fastener recommended is a silicon bronze. Don't forget. And now we are going to check inboard holes with a steel. With a steel hull. What happened in a steel hulls? The anodes of zinc are recommended in salt water and also are recommended in brackish water if the hull is in steel. In fresh water, the zinc anodes are not recommended. Okay, we are going to continue with other metal. We are going to check right now with the anode of zinc, and now we are going to check what happened with outdrives. In outdrives, the zinc anodes offer poor protection in all type of waters. We are going to study in the next slide. Aluminum is better, but the zinc anodes for outdrives offer poor protection. Yeah. And the fastener recommended is stainless steel marine grade fastener. 302, 304, 316, 18A and 1810. Those are the fasteners recommended for marine application. Okay? And now we are going to continue with aluminum. Other wonderful alloy. That alloy is the MIL A24779SH. This is the military nomenclature for that aluminum alloy to fabricate anodes. Okay? What voltage produce that aluminum alloy? Produce minus 1.1 volt, negative. Oh, it's a little better than zinc. Yeah, this is a little better. Of course, if the anode, the sacrificial anode, is less noble, it's better. This is better than zinc. It's minus 1.1 volt. Okay, we are going to check aluminum in salt water. Aluminum anodes are recommended in salt water, good in salt water. And we are going to check right now what happened with aluminum in fresh water. Aluminum anodes offer a fair protection in fresh water. It's not the best in fresh water, okay, but they protect. And what about aluminum in brackish water? Aluminum anodes are recommended in brackish water. Okay, they are recommended in brackish water, in salt water, in fresh water. The protection is full protection. Okay. What happened with the aluminum anodes for inboard holes? For inboard holes, we are going to check what happened if the hole is in aluminum. If the hole is in aluminum, the aluminum anodes are recommended in salt water with aluminum holes. The aluminum anodes are recommended in fresh water with aluminum holes. And the aluminum anodes are recommended in brackish water with aluminum holes. In other words, highly recommended in all type of waters with aluminum holes. Perfect. And now we are going to check what happened with the fiberglass hull. Aluminum anodes are recommended in salt water with fiberglass hulls. Also are recommended in fresh water with fiberglass hulls, and also are recommended in brackish water with fiberglass hulls. Excellent. The performance of the aluminum alloys, the aluminum sacrificial anodes in aluminum alloys. Excellent. And the fastener recommended is a silicon bronze. Okay. This is for aluminum anodes in fiberglass boats. We are going to check what happened in wood boats with the aluminum sacrificial anodes. Aluminum anodes are recommended in salt water with wooden holes. Oh, nice. And also recommended in fresh water with holes in wood. And also are recommended in brackish water with holes in wood. Oh, wonderful. Once again, aluminum anodes are good in all type of waters for boats in wood. And what type of fastener is recommended? Silicon bronze. Silicon bronze is good. Okay, and now we are going to check what happened with those aluminum sacrificial anodes for a steel hull. Aluminum anodes are recommended in salt water with a steel hull, are recommended in fresh water with a steel hull, and are recommended in brackish water with a steel hull. Oh, wonderful. And the fastener recommended is highly recommended is stainless steel marine grade fastener. Wonderful. Aluminum anodes until this moment are the king. Okay, and now we are going to continue what happened with outdrives. For outdrives, aluminum anodes are recommended in salt water, are recommended in fresh water, are recommended in brackish water. Oh, wonderful. And the fastener recommended is stainless steel, marine grade. Oh, nice. Aluminum alloys are good in all the situations, all type of waters, all type of materials for hulls. Wonderful. This is for aluminum. And now we are going to continue with magnesium. This is the other alloy. The military specification is MIL A 21412. It's a magnesium alloy special for fabrication of sacrificial anodes. Okay, we are going to start with the voltage produced. It's minus 1.6. It's the highest voltage produced. Of course, it's the less noble alloy. For that reason, you need to be careful with those magnesium alloys because in some cases produce overprotection. In some waters and some materials of hulls produce overprotection. For that reason, it's not recommended in some situations. Yeah, in terms of electronegativity, it's the best. It's the less noble alloy in order to protect other metals. But in some cases produce overprotection. What happens if you have an overprotection? If you have overprotection, you produce a lot of oxide of magnesium covering the surface of the other metal, and probably this is not good. Okay, we are going to analyze right now. This is the voltage, minus 1.6. You remember aluminum, minus 1.1. And you remember zinc, minus 1.05. In other words, the best is magnesium in terms of the level of energy, the level of passivity. It's less noble magnesium, and after that is less noble aluminum, and after that is less noble zinc. Okay, the best in that factor is magnesium. And now we are going to check what happened with magnesium. Okay, the magnesium anodes are not recommended in salt water because produce overprotection. I explained before. In salt water, no use magnesium anodes. What happened in fresh water? The magnesium anodes are highly recommended in fresh water. This is the area where the magnesium anodes are the best, in fresh water. In fresh water, they are highly recommended. And let me check in brackish water. No, not recommended in brackish water. Once again, produce overprotection. Okay? Only in fresh water, magnesium. They are excellent in level of energy, but for that good behavior, produce overprotection in salt water and brackish water. They are good only in fresh water situation. Okay, we are going to continue with magnesium, and now we are going to analyze with respect to the holes. And we are going to start with the aluminum holes. What happened with the aluminum holes? The magnesium anodes are recommended in fresh water with aluminum holes. Are not recommended with aluminum holes in salt water, and not recommended in brackish water with aluminum holes. Alright? This is the situation with the anodes of magnesium. They are only recommended in fresh water. In salt water and brackish water, not recommended. Okay, this is with aluminum. Let me check with fiberglass. Magnesium alloys is recommended in fresh water with fiberglass hull. Perfect. In fresh water. In salt water, no. In brackish water, no. Only in fresh water. And now we are going to check in wood. Once again, the magnesium anodes are recommended in fresh water with wooden hulls. Only in fresh water. No salt water, no brackish water. Because produce overprotection. Once again, the fastener recommended is silicone bronze. Silicone bronze is good for those type of hulls. And let me check in steel. In steel, the magnesium anodes are recommended only in freshwater system. And the fastener recommended, once again, is stainless steel. Good information, no? Okay, this is in inboard hulls. Let me check what happened in outboard hulls, in outdrives. The magnesium anodes are recommended in fresh water with outdrives, only in fresh water. In salt water and brackish water, no. And the fastener recommended stainless steel, marine grade stainless steel. This is with outboards. And yes, my friends, this is the summary. This is the summary. The summary is in the posters. In the poster, we have the metals. We have a zinc on top, aluminum in the middle, and magnesium in the bottom, with the summary of this wonderful explanation. Now, I recommend try to get those posters and keep those posters in your office, in your minivan.